Hello guys, welcome back. Now we gotta talk about something very important and very serious, okay? Now I have been putting this video off for a while now, but now I think it's time. Like I was trying to turn a blind eye before Mercuria, and then after Mercuria came out and I checked her kit, made a video about it. If you don't know, you can go check on my channel, the video is there. Now my issue with Modernia is that she's not in reverse. She's in Nike. Now for Mercuria, she is another character that is doubling down in mechanics that we have, which is fine. That's cool. But there is one mechanic that nobody's doubling down on since release, which is poison. I am a DOT enjoyer. If you don't know what DOT is, it means damage over time, which is a damage dot that you are applying on the mob, and then the mob, when the turn starts or ends, whenever they decide to do the resolve the mechanic, they take damage. So you don't directly do damage, the monster takes damage. So basically a little bit like burn, right? So now they did Spatodia, introduced burn. Burn was mid at the start because it lost 50% of the stacks every time it would trigger. And then they introduced Isolde that gave the pre-ignition buff to everybody. Is it called pre-ignition? I don't think it matters, but we can
have a seat.
We can
You'll always feel at ease in my
how's it
home,
called?
no matter the time.
Yeah, it is pre-ignition. The pre-ignition buff basically says that a character that has it, however many stacks they have, they attack the monster, and now they applying X amount of stacks of burn as they have stacks of pre-ignition. So if they have 6 stacks of pre-ignition, they attack the boss, they're going to apply 6 stacks of burn. Now, all of these are many stacks because burn loses 50%. So it doesn't have to be as high, but it does for burn. Moving on to another mechanic that was ignored in the past was Eureka. Eureka wasn't ignored, but they took some time to make 37 really good. 37 at the start, if you remember me as well saying, you can skip 37, just get 6. 37 is good and all, but she needs like a lot of follow-up characters. We don't have any at the moment. At the time of 1.4, we don't have any at the moment, so just wait for now. I don't think this character is going anywhere unless, right? And then we got a character called Marcus. I have Marcus on CN, and Marcus is basically, actually, before we go to Marcus, 37 was then enhanced by Chun Se, and now we have plenty of characters that have extra attacks. Gaetian has an extra attack, Isolde has extra attack, Jun Se is the extra attack, Andy, and then we have Winsong with extra attacks. We have so many extra attacks now, then every time a new character appears, for some reason 37 becomes even stronger and even more viable. Also, considering she deals with her follow-up, she deals Genesis damage, is also pretty high. Now let's move on to the next mechanic. The next mechanic was very niche, and it was introduced with Marcus. Marcus was wanted to have characters that gave her incantation level up all the time, or to give her a lot of Eureka. Now, Marcus was one of those characters that I said like, that's kind of hard to say that Marcus is a must pull, because you're going to need a lot of character. You're going to need Anan Lee, or you're going to need 6. You're going to need at least 2 or 3 characters that are plant, or 2 characters and 1 intellect or spirit. It's going to be kind of niche. It's going to be hard to make her to do more damage than Jessica. But now with the introduction of Mercuria, I've been thinking, what is happening with poison? Did they stop caring about poison? Because all of these new mechanics were introduced after poison was already in the game. The only way for Jessica to perform as intended and get the maximum amount of damage, you either need P2 Jessica, or you need to use the kid. What's she's called again? Sotheby. So, too many gachas, too many names and games. So Sotheby is not a good healer, especially in the higher threshold of content. Like maybe you can make it work in Limbo 6 maybe, but it's still like you still feel like you could use a better character, right? Isolde. Yeah, Isolde is a new character, and she fixed Spadodia. Can we have an Isolde but poison? That's what I'm asking. The only thing I'm asking. I don't understand why we are ignoring the poison meta. No one is releasing that it's doing anything with poison besides Kanjira in 1.3, which is a 5-star and nobody cares. Now, if you play her, sure, cool, but that's not what I mean. I mean that we need more characters that are making Jessica strong, or poison in general. We need an Isolde poison, or we need someone that is going to resolve the issue of poison. Now, how do you make poison great? In my opinion, the way that you can make poison really, really good is bombarding the enemy with poison stacks, or making the poison resolve immediately so you can attach it again, or increase the power that poison has, or increase the number of poison application, right? So, or you can do a domain where everything inside this domain, every time they attack, they apply 1 stack of poison. That has like 1 turn maybe, but having that, it's still better than 0, because Jessica has to do everything alone. No, a lot of people, including me, still playing Jessica in global, are not going to play. Personally, I don't want to play Jessica with Sotheby just because of like those 2 poisons, 2 poisons, and I am trading dog shit healing for 1 more poison. I don't care if I'm losing.
I'm so glad we meet
If I am losing
when you were gone,
20%. I don't care, right? So think about it. Or like 50%. At the end of the day, I would rather not die than dealing 50% more damage on that specific incantation and then like explode on turn 5, right? Because I don't have any healing. And the monsters are becoming more and more obnoxious, like the new ones. So you need powerful teams, and Sotheby is just not good enough, right? So either buff Sotheby and remove that cure shit that you need to like prepare. Just give her like cure, you instantly heal for 10% of HP or something. AoE. Maybe make it do like this. Just give her this. Give this to Sotheby. Fixed, right? Either do that, or we need an Isolde, or we need someone like Kafka in Honkai Star Rail, where like you have a bunch of poison. She goes, she triggers the poison, she makes it explode earlier than normal, and the poison deals a lot of damage. And then the poison resolves, you will be losing the damage from discard, or
I collected every hair of yours and put them in
makes it resolve in a different way, or even if you're losing this, you are gaining so much more power from the poison explosion that you applied. That would make that one trivial. That's a little scuffed. I understand while I'm talking, like while I'm saying it, and it sounds kind of stupid, but something like that, or make a domain like Getian character with like a domain expansion that inside this domain, everybody gets basically a pre-ignition but poison. When they attack, they apply 1 poison stack for 1 turn, and then now you can line up for Jessica, right? So that could be an option. You could also make it so, like, you can also make a buffer that gives you a special buff. And this special buff makes a poison character, let's say, deal more damage. So even though you're not getting the most out of your poison stacks, you can still maybe mitigate some of that percentage that you're missing from the second or the third stacks by using that bonus. Or make the boss take more damage if they are afflicted by poison stacks, any poison stacks. Or maybe a debuff that increases in power and potency the more poison stacks they have on them. Those little things can help tremendously, and anything can fix this current meta, because poison is being completely abandoned at the moment. The best would be a Poison Isolde. A character that is basically going to give everybody a pollution stack or something, or like a pollution buff, and when they attack they apply 1, or maybe not everybody, it's just, let's do like 6, something like this. When you do debuff, it's going to ask you who do you want to do it on. You apply it on Jessica. Now Jessica, when he goes, she's going to apply 1 extra poison stack. That would fix everything. That would unironically fix everything, because if you wait until, or if you have the ult up, you could easily get 3 stacks with this buff if you line it up correctly with the turns, or if you hold your ult and you do it when you are getting the turn when you poison ult, and then you buffer, and then you do the level 3. I don't remember how it's called, the white blankie. Level 3 white blankie, now you're dealing a giga damage, right? That would fix everything. Or, now that I saw it, a side tube, you don't even have to release a character. Like, release a side tube for Jessica or for any poison character. We don't have any, but like a side tube dedicated for poison. You put it in, like, I don't know, in raids that you need to buy from the raid shop. And then basically this would say at max level, would say like, when the carrier attack, if the enemy has 1 poison stack, you deal 40% more damage with that incantation, or something like that. Or you put the application of poison inside this amplification. When you are attacking a monster that doesn't have any poison, you apply 1 poison. It could be something like that, right? And you could give incantation might as well, so I could use and mitigate the lack of 2 or more poison stacks on the enemy with this side tube. I would do the blankie with 1 poison stack, let's say, on the enemy, and I attack them, and now it counts as 2, and now is I'm also getting some incantation might, right? So there's many ways of getting poison better. You could also increase the potency of poison to make for the damage loss. You could make the poison stack better, or make like a debuff that makes poison do more damage. Like, poison is a percentage of the caster attack. I don't remember how much it is. It might be like 30%. I do not remember. They should say it, by the way. Okay, well, they didn't. Anyway, this is what I think they should do. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Maybe you don't care about Jessica, but let's, if you don't care, and if you don't care about Poison or Jessica, just try to roleplay as someone that does, and what would you do? Like, if you were Blue Pock, right? Oh, I'm Blue Pock and I need to fix this character. What would I do? Let's give them a lot of ideas in the comments. So maybe if they happen to see it, because they might see it, okay? They might see it. I'm not gonna tell you how exactly, but there is a chance that they might watch the video. And if they do, let's give them some ideas. Even if they don't do it for poison, some of our ideas might help cook some crazy character down the line, even if not for poison, for something else, right? So try to leave a comment, even like super briefly, on what you think about like a character that should do, what a character should do, and maybe, like, I don't know, spread it with your friends, like, link it to everybody, and we can try and give them some ideas, right, for poison or for anything else. If they really don't want to do poison, they could just take those ideas and put it on a new character. That said, thank you for watching, and see you next time.